Welcome to the middle of another highly questionable week. What do you like today, Bomani?
Draymond Green and all that drama.
Oh, he likes that story. Dale, papi.
Are the Cubs really choking, or is this just the ebb and flow of baseball?
This is a little bit crazy. That's a good offense, a good young lineup, and the last two games, the first time that a team in the playoffs has scored 0 runs and had 4 or fewer hits in 2 games since the 1919 Black Sox, who I remind you were doing that on purpose because they were throwing the games. This is a situation where it's the ebb and flow of baseball, compounded by the Dodgers starting pitchers. Those 2 guys are really good, and they've done that to the Cubs.
Look, man, baseball made a decision about 20 years ago. We are going to take the money that comes from an expanded postseason. In return, we're going to randomize our champion. You put more rounds out there. You allow for more of these uncertain things that happen in baseball, a sport that has 162 games in its regular season, acknowledging that there are going to be such ebbs and flows. This isn't a postseason that necessarily tells you who is the best team. It just tells you who made it to the end.
It's worth noting, by the way, the representative sample on who's the best team, that the Cubs are, 103 wins. But over those 103 wins, they had 7 times this season that they lost 4 of 7 games. They're not invincible, obviously.
Do you hear that?
What happened? Oh, he's been doing this impersonation. Yeah, he's been doing that. Yeah, he's been doing that all over the studio.
He's back, buddy, he's back.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were doing like Michael Wilbon combined with a sheep. Is that supposed to be the goat?
No, it was a goat. It was a goat. The curse of the goat. It did sound like a sheep, though.
I mean, I thought it was going to be a Wilbon joke. Like, that right there is where the Wilbon joke goes.
He said go with the Latino accent.
Yes.
How does Todd Bowles look after doing a U-turn and naming Geno Smith as his Jets starting quarterback?
Okay, Ryan Fitzpatrick has been all kinds of whack juice this season. After the Arizona game, Todd Bowles said no, he's still our quarterback. Didn't want to go too hard on the guy in that circumstance. They must have gone back and watched the film, and it must have looked like The Exorcist because he put Geno Smith in after watching that. I don't know what the circumstances are that drove him to make this decision. I do know this. This is why coaches after games say, I need to watch the film to stop from something like this happening.
Todd Bowles, the question is, what does he look like? He looks like the coach of a 1-5 team who's got a quarterback problem. He doesn't really actually have a quarterback. He seems indecisive about his quarterback because he doesn't have a quarterback. This is how it sounds when you're not great at masking yourself. You turn on this story, he's driving around in circles. He's 1-5.
By the way, they've got 4 quarterbacks. If they go to either of those other 2, Todd Bowles' agent needs to get an assurance that he'll have that job next year because going to those young guys is the signal that Todd Bowles is done in that town.
Geno. Geno.
Yes.
Geno.
Yes.
Geno. Geno.
Wow.
Geno.
Stop. The Jets fans are crying. We don't want people to cry while we watch the television show. It's going to be okay, guys. I promise. You'll get a quarterback one day.
It's not going to be okay. He's lying to you.
Do the Warriors have a Draymond Green problem?
Yeah, if you're at an arena, you say Draymond Green and you won't talk to our buddy Ethan Strauss. The reason is he kind of wrote this story that talked about, look, Draymond's got a bit of a problem, or the Warriors have a problem, because as much as Draymond Green keeps them together, they feel as though his intensity and how to manifest itself kind of tears the team apart. Fascinating details. Remember that Thunder game where they said Draymond Green went off at halftime? Apparently he went off so bad that the cops were standing by the door, one dude with his hand over his gun because he thought he might have to go in there with Draymond Green. So for the Warriors, hey, this guy makes you special. He's the one that allows you to do all of these small ball things. It just seems like people are getting a little bit tired of him.
Here's the thing, right? Steve Kerr said most of last year, I like this intensity. We have volatility. Steve Kerr is a guy during the championship runs with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan punched him in the face. So Steve Kerr is feeding some of this stuff. But when you ask the question, do the Warriors have a Draymond Green problem? Yes. The problem, it knocked you out of Game 5 of the finals. But Game 7, he's the only guy who shows up for you. Remember that, because he's the only guy for the Warriors who showed up to try and beat LeBron.
And that's in that story, by the way. The Game 5 was the team's chance to say they didn't need Draymond in all this trouble, and there was a quote that they played like cowards.
Well, I'm sure that they won't have any problem with Kevin Durant taking some of his shots.
Yeah, that would be kind of problematic, right?
Yeah, we do all this talking about Klay Thompson. Will he get his shots? Draymond, will you ever get to shoot?
Is Boogie Cousins right that the media should be nicer to Kevin Durant?
I feel like Boogie Cousins must have had a great time hanging out with Kevin Durant at the Olympics because he threw on his cape and was like, hold on, let me save Kevin Durant from this onslaught from the media. Now, look, man, the media has been a little hard on Kevin Durant for making his decision to go to Golden State. I have found a lot of the criticisms of him for that reason to be unfair. Except there's the previous 9 years where Kevin Durant has been treated with softer gloves than any superstar that I can think of. So it was very nice of Boogie Cousins to stand up for him in this circumstance. It just seems unnecessary.
I was going to say that this is about as gentle as we've ever been with a guy who has an unprecedented skill set, right? We have never seen a basketball player who can do the things that he can do at his size, and every time something went wrong in Oklahoma City, even if it was his fault, we were always blaming Russell Westbrook. We've been super gentle with this guy. Now it's kind of balanced out because the last couple of months have been sort of mean.
Should we all stop ripping Tim Tebow now that he got his first hit?
I mean, Tim Tebow, it wasn't his first hit. He came out of the box in instructional league, went opposite field off of a left-hander, but now the games are actually counting, and we've got a hit for you right here. This is
Tebow! There we go.
Yes, there it is. 1 for 15, ladies and gentlemen. Breaks a long slump of 0 for 14, and there it is. Tim Tebow in our show, totally gratuitously.
Think about this, though. He is a large man playing a corner outfield position, and he can't hit for power or get around from fastballs. He is a former NFL quarterback who does not have arm strength. It's not just what the hell is he doing here, what the hell was he doing at the other job, too? Like, this is actually all in total making me wonder, how did this go on for so long?
Ring, ring. Who is this? John Madden. Listen, I got a guy for you. Yeah, I tell you, a guy is hot now. Yeah, it's Tim Tebow. You know Tim Tebow. You know, he's in Arizona. He's not far away from you, buddy. No, I know that you need some power hitting in your lineup. That's the guy that is going to help you out, Tim Tebow. Give him a call. Grab him while you can.
I think he meant to call Joe Madden, but instead he called John Madden, and I think that would be probably a better move for Tim Tebow. Go over there and demo some video games.
That had to be such a disorienting phone call for John Madden to get in retirement. He's just laying around the house and that getting him.
Coming up next on my son Stevie's show, we talk to Jeezy.
And that was a true story. I remember going to the counter and they asked for my insurance card and me sliding a paper bag across the counter like, hey, look. don't mind the rubber bands.
Joining us at the beach today is Jeezy.
Hey, his new album, Trap or Die 3, is out October 28th. Let's talk to him.
What did you do that was the final straw with Mom? Because it sounds like was there something memorable there where Mom's like, okay, out.
Oh,
out.
Man. I didn't want to go to school. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and this truth be told, my mother drew a gun on me and told me to get out of the house. I love her to death. Best thing she ever did, made me be a man. You know what I mean? And you know, I love her. Don't get me wrong. Like she's a great woman. But you know, when I started talking back and you know just not wanting to go to school, that was the last straw. So she made me get out of her 3-bedroom trailer that I paid for about $6,500. That just let you know what my upbringing was. A $6,500 trailer. You know what I'm saying? But she kicked me out. I went and lived with my grandmother, and just from there, you know, I got focused. I got my GED. I did my thing, but she made me a man. You know what I'm saying? And that just taught me how to be a different individual. And when I brought my mother her first house, it was the best feeling in the world because I actually went out and I was able to purchase it, you know, the legitimate way. And you know, and that's what it's about, man. You know, just getting to the point where you can give back to your loved ones. And I did that. I left her house, and when I came back, I bought her another one.
But I'm trying to think like what goes through your mind when your mom's pulled a gun on you and you legitimately believe she might shoot you.
I mean, you know, get out of a house and go get your life together. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
What happened when you wrecked the Lamborghini? What happened that night?
Oh, yo, so listen, I'm gonna make it quick. So I got a white Lamborghini Roadster, and my man Akon had the same car. So me and Akon, I had a dream one night that Akon was in his car and he pulled off from this restaurant, which is Puffy's restaurant called Justin's, and he had a wreck in the same car. Now, on my birthday, around that time, 2005, 2006, I pulled off in my same car that me and Akon both had and had the wreck that I thought he had. And just so happened, I feel like God was with me because the car was totaled and I only had a scratch on my head. And I put a Band-Aid on it, hopped out of that, went and hopped in my Ferrari and then went to my party. You know what I mean? That was my night. But that's how my Lamborghini got wrecked. And a taxi cab driver hit my Lamborghini and totaled my car. And it only put a scratch on my head, but it totaled the car. So I could have been out of here. But, you know, the man upstairs was with me. And then I had to go hop in my Ferrari and keep it pushing. ATL, baby.
What would you say of all the situations you found yourself in, because you found yourself in some dangerous situations?
Right.
What was the most scared that you were? What period or what moment did you find yourself most fearful?
Well, I'll tell you what. So let's say 2006, 7, around 2006, 5, 6. The scariest moment in my life was when I was actually successful, right? And I wasn't trained properly how to perform. And, you know, I used to yell a lot when I was on stage, and I tore my vocal cords in half. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't able to talk at the height of my success for around 7 months. And nobody knew if I was going to be able to talk again. So I had to go sneak and get surgery. And I didn't have insurance, so I had to pay for it with a brown paper bag full of 20s, if you feel me. And that was like the scariest point of my life, because I just remember having all the success and having to hide out because I couldn't talk and I couldn't perform. So I missed a lot of money. And I missed a lot of time, but the whole time I was sitting there, those 6, 7 months, I just prayed a lot, because I just was like, how could God give me this gift and take it away just that fast? And man, when I got it, matter of fact, my first album, I had to mix it, writing my notes down for the engineer because I couldn't talk. So I had to mix the album by saying, turn the lead up, turn this down, because I couldn't speak. So when you hear Thug Motivation, just know that I lost my vocal cords for the whole duration of the album.
How much money was in that paper bag? Where did that money come from? Who paid for surgery with money in a paper bag?
Hey, look, listen, I didn't have insurance, so I had to do what I had to do. And you know, I was an entrepreneur at the time, so I was able to get a couple 20s and 50s and 100s and put them in the bag. You know what I mean? I was pretty good at saving my money. You feel me? So, you know, and that was a true story. I remember going to the counter and they asked for my insurance card, and me sliding a paper bag across the counter like, hey, look. don't mind the rubber bands.
You got insurance now, though. You got insurance now, though, right? Because you can clearly afford insurance.
Jeezy, I worry about a doctor who takes money that way. I worry about that.
Listen, he got me back right. And by the way, it's so crazy because, so I, you know, I had this big mansion, and I got my whole neighborhood living there with me. You know, because I'm just a guy that likes to give back. And when I was coming back around, I had to have a vocal coach. So and shout out to Jan, she got me back right. So I would be in the shower or upstairs in my room with all these guys downstairs, but I'm upstairs singing fa la 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 la, trying to get my vocal cords back right. So I had to do that for like hours and hours on the day. So all the homies used to laugh at me and everything, but I was so determined to get my voice back that I didn't even mind. So you know, you probably heard me singing a couple fa la la's or whatever, but you know, I had to get it back right. So we back here now. You know what I mean? And my voice was already like so raspy, so the surgery actually cleaned it up a little bit, but at the same time, shouts out to the doctor that took that cast, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here right now. Salute to you.
Jeezy, my father's got something for you. What do you got, Papi?
Jeezy, what is the craziest thing that happened at one of your concerts?
You got a good
One of my
story there?
concerts, oh man, I had a guy throw his Rolex watch and about $20,000 on stage and told me I can have it because I changed his life. You know what I'm saying? I tried to give it back, but the homeboys was, you know, grabbing it and putting it in their pockets. But true story, somebody walked up to me and threw like $20,000 and told me they love me for helping them change their life around, and threw his Rolex watch on stage.
How much surgery on your vocal cords does that $20,000 pay for? What's it cover? Like a fifth of the surgery?
It was I think my surgery was right at maybe like 65, 70,000. And all 20s, you know what I mean? 20s, you know what I mean? Double tied up. You know, it felt like a transaction when I went to go do it. Yeah.
Jeezy, thanks for being on with us. We appreciate it,
Gracias,
sir.
gracias, Jeezy.
For sure. Love.
My present is black, my Lambo's blue.
Rims ain't too.
My mama ain't at home, and daddy is still in jail.
Trying to make a play. Anybody see my skill?
My present is black.
Yeah.
My present is black, my Lambo's blue.
And I be with my rims ain't too.
My money light green and my Jordan light gray.
And it's Lux T White. Now how much you trying to pay?
Show is brought to you by Domino's. Order online at dominos.com. Time to play the game that had the hat Tinder date last night. Do you question?
You give us topics and events, and we question them.
Do you question if there is coming back from this?
Coming back from this. Can anyone come back from the aforementioned this? Who's going to lose here? How? Oh, God. Wow. When do you ever see that? The knockout that doesn't go immediately down.
Yo, that's the worst way possible. You want to get knocked out immediately.
I've got to salute that person's chin for staying up over the initial hit.
Why would you salute the chin? You should blame the chin. I'd be furious with my chin, so I stay up and take 2 more.
Oh, I have seen worse.
You have?
Yeah.
Oh, is it going to be the old man? Oh, no. This one.
Oh, this guy, yeah.
Woo!
Woo! Drool. Yeah. See, that is worse because if the other guy hadn't been on the ground after kicking him, he could have also hit him again and again there and there and there.
I would also like to note, by the way, I don't think that you should be engaged in a boxing match where the referee wears jeans.
Agreed.
Do you question if this requires skill?
I hope somebody else is fighting. Don't you?
We're going to get another knockout of somebody falling on their face. What do we got?
Oh. Just another one of these morons out here defying death for no good reason.
Yes.
This ain't even parkour with it either. This is just being unnecessarily...
No.
I don't even have an adjective.
No, Bomani, is he going to jump between those two things?
No
Don't
chance.
tell me he's
No
doing...
chance.
No.
Wow.
For the love of God, man.
I just want to know where he was aiming. Because how much skill this takes depends on where he was trying to go. Because for all I know, he was trying to land on his feet and missed and got lucky.
Why? Just why? You look at you. We put your video up and show. It's like the third thing after a couple of people being hit in the face. Like, what are you doing?
I tell you one thing, that guy knows what he's doing about it. You know, he got it done. You know, he wanted to be on national TV, and that's it. You know, he made that jump. He hit the wood, and he's on national TV. There are going to be millions and millions of people watching that guy jumping on national TV. You know, I'm telling you something. He's an icon now. Are you kidding me?
It didn't have his face. Like, none of us know his face.
And he doesn't know our ratings.
Do you question if trampolines are joy machines?
Oh, I think I know where this is going.
I mean, what are you kidding me? I do not question this. They are joy machines.
Oh.
Prove it right now.
Sometimes they are.
Follow the leader, and this is thumbtack trampoline. You've been seeing us doing with 1,000 thumbtacks, but today we're gonna do it 10 times bigger with 10,000 thumbtacks. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ouch!
I didn't see that coming at all.
Ouch!
I thought he said thumbtacks, but I thought that must just be an accent issue, because, like, why would anybody do that?
Why would you do that with thumbtacks?
I thought he was just going to, like, bounce on the trampoline and, like, fall off and break his arm. I didn't realize he was going to do that.
I don't understand why.
You and your 10,000 friends.
All the thumbtacks are really...
I mean, you can get up, right? Like, why are you still laying there?
Do not try this at home.
Well, after doing this with 1,000, you know, 10,000, it's not better.
At least he didn't have insult added to injury.
Get off the trampoline.
We're going to a somersault?
No.
Oh, yeah, I expected something more like this.
Oh, Christ.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah.
And I think that getting back to our original question, that does prove that the trampoline is indeed, despite the thumbtacks, a joy machine.
Time to play the game that has failed at life. See? Or no?
Tell us what to watch on television tonight. Today might be the day he holds up a no card.
On YouTube, Brave Wilderness.
You got to give us more information than that. Let's see. Who's being brave in the wilderness?
All right, Coyote. You okay, man? Your heart racing?
Million miles a second. This is the most nervous I've ever been to take a sting or bite from anything. My hand is shaking. Are you guys all ready?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready if you're ready.
I'm ready. Here we go. 1, 2, here we go. 3.
Tell me what you're feeling.
I can't move my arm! That is the most intense pain I've ever felt! I don't think I can talk! Second wave of pain!
Is he going to die? On TV?
Okay.
No.
Okay. Let's come back into the scene here. I am lightheaded at the moment, but the sting from the tarantula hawk is serious. I can see why it's ranked as a 2 on the insect sting pain index.
What's number 1?
Their
on
power
the-
rankings?
I mean, I don't know why one of the Sklar brothers did that. Bomani, are you intrigued?
Wait a minute, he just do that just to find out? Like, I was trying to figure out, like, what exactly the purpose was of this whole thing. He just wanted to know.
Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued, police, and I feel sorry for that insect. You know, I mean, he's minding his own business there in the wilderness, and all of a sudden they caught him, they put him in a glass jar. You know, he got to do something that he doesn't want to do, and on top of that, you know, he's been criticized, the poor thing. You know,
I mean, yeah.
Well, why? But you know, why they do that something to that thing that doesn't bother anybody?
Why didn't he hold this up? Because it sounded like he was critical of this. Any particular reason he didn't hold this up? He was feeling sorry for the insect.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.
Talk to you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.
Gracias. See you mañana.